As historical author Anthony Brandt has said, other things may change us, but we start and end with family. I've been picking the Commonwealth for 20 years, searching high and low at yard, estate sales, antique malls, thrift stores, junk shops, garages, and sometimes even barns for treasures I can pass on to new homes through eBay. But now as I watch my little ones growing up before my eyes, I find that my real treasures are right here with me every day. So join us as we pick, flip, and resell on our 2 eBay stores and in our 2 antique booths. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. This is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave. We are not in the eBay cave. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. This is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave. We are not in the eBay cave. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're outside the eBay cave though, and we are going to look at the things we got at Daniel's Big Adventure yard sales and talk a little bit about Daniel real quick. He bought quite a few things at that yard sale. I didn't get a chance to show you all of them, but he did pretty well. He's only listed one thing on eBay prior to this, and that was with a little bit of help from me, but that was remotely. So I decided to tell him, come on over, bring some of the things you bought, and I walked him through step by step, doing some of the pictures, doing some of the listing, tweaking shipping a little bit, and we listed, I think, 5 items when he was here. He has since sold 3 of those items in, I think, under 24 hours, and he is already made a profit on everything that he bought that day. So let's take a look at what I bought at the yard sales. All right, see if I have enough discipline here to go left or right like I didn't do last time. This was a $1 item at the trailer park yard sale, and I don't know why I bought it. I'm not going to sell it on eBay, I don't believe. We'll probably put it in the booth for like $4. I don't know. If you're a boother out there, let me know. Am I crazy? I just thought it was neat. I remember my grandmother having some of these. Bought this, I think, for $1. And it's perfect for the booth. I like buying things like this, just getting started, because, you know, you could display, you know, plates on this. You could display little pictures on this, you know, little sets of 3 or 4. I think, and from what I've heard from some folks out there, you know, visibility, people walking by, not even going in your booth, you can have some visibility, and this gives you an opportunity, I think, to do that. This was a $2 phone. And I saw it and couldn't believe it was still there that late in the day. I think this is the thing you put on your shoulder and kind of rest the phone for all you old folks out there like me, you know, who actually used phones like this when you were a kid. This is a pretty good one. The touch-tone ones used to not go. Now they're going fairly well. This is a Western Electric, and it's in really good condition. I think it's going to be a $40 phone plus shipping, so it should be a nice little $35 to $37 profit, I think, on that. Well, maybe a little less, 35, depending on how we do shipping. This manual down here, you saw me pick it up. My wife would tell me I'm being dishonest with people. I don't know. I feel like when I'm out at yard sales, they're like, do you drive a Honda Goldwing? I'm like, no, my uncle has a Honda, you know, which is true, by the way. Uncle Bubba out there. But I don't think you have that one. At any rate, I mean, what are you supposed to say? No, I don't drive a Honda, but I'm going to take this thing for $1 and I'm going to turn it into 40. So, at any rate, it looks like it's in really good shape. If I could list it as new, I think it is $40. I don't think I will, because it's got a little bowing, but it doesn't look like it's ever been used. I might list it new other and describe it. I don't know what I'll do. But it's at least $25. These 2 pictures, I would never, ever have bought these a year ago. But since I have the boost, these frames are just perfect. It's a neat little painting. It says Ricketts on it. I mean, that's going to be nobody famous that I'm aware of. And I just liked them. And they were $2 a piece. It looks like maybe I liked them because of the Bob Ross stuff we've been selling. This one especially. Maybe it looked like Bob Ross did some happy little trees there. At any rate, I liked them. I think they'll sell. Maybe if you've been doing booths out there. I doubt paintings and stuff like that sell very well in the booth. It seems like they're all over the walls and there's never any empty spots. But I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. We'll experiment with them, see if we can get... I know we can get probably $5 a piece, I would think. So I bought some... Well, first of all, I bought this. And I didn't necessarily buy it for jewelry. I bought it to put more ornaments on come Christmas time. But once Christmas is over, maybe we will put some jewelry on it. I bought some costume jewelry, and at the time, I did not have the magnet that Brandon talked about in the jewelry video, nor do I have the scale yet, or the, he did give me one of the magnifying rings, jeweler's rings. So anyways, I was still kind of flying blind. Now, it has since come in, and I actually gave I gave one of these to Daniel, and you'll see it at the end of the video. I thought maybe it would be something he would like to have. So I bought some costume jewelry, knowing it was costume jewelry. They were asking 50 cents a piece. I think we ended up getting, let's see, 11 pieces for $4 is what we got, so we did better than that. And this, it's an apple. I'm like, some teachers are going to buy that. Some kindergarten teacher somewhere is going to buy that thing. And it will be, you know, we'll put it in there for like $4 and make the rest of it back. There's a few other pieces that I bought that were definitely costume jewelry. I mean, this is definitely costume jewelry. This little seal I thought was kind of neat. Maybe somebody pay $1 or $2 for it. And then a few other pieces. However, there were two that I thought were, well, this one is a Monet. It says, obviously it's costume. It had a $15 tag on it. I figured we could sell that in the booth for maybe $3 or $4. We're going to experiment with jewelry. If it works, good. If it doesn't, we'll stop doing it. But there were two that I thought might be good. This is one of them. And sure enough, when I brought it home, it said 925 silver. And the best I can tell from looking up comps and some similar stuff, that might be a diamond. And I don't know how to figure that out. So Brandon, you're going to have to comment in the video, and maybe we'll do another one. How we're going to figure out diamonds. All right. Maybe somebody else out there knows costume jewelry. And there's one other back here that I thought might be something, and it turned out it was gold plate. But either way, we're going to make some money on this. This is, I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet. But my guess is it's, I don't know, $10 to $20. But what if that's a diamond? That's a whole nother story. Either way, we're going to do pretty good selling the costume jewelry since it was so cheap. I thought they were pretty decent pieces that we could sell in the booth. So, and if they don't, lesson learned. Some Tupperware we got for 50 cents and $1. These actually sell on eBay. So do these, but this is a mixer and it doesn't have the little spinner inside of it, so it's not gonna. I'm not gonna put it out there. But these will go on eBay for about $11, $10, $11. But you need to ship them first class to make any money. They will go first class, but you're basically wrapping this thing in bubble wrap. Another way to sell it is just to sell the top piece. Now, this isn't a popular color, so we're going to end up cleaning this thing up and selling it in the booth for $4 or $5. Let's talk about these. These are awesome. And then we got to talk about this pig down here, because you see what's coming out of its snout. But that's a different story. I didn't even tell Daniel about that. Coleman lanterns. They're not always great, so don't take this as advice to always buy Coleman lanterns. Now, I've sold what's called a Coleman Christmas tree lantern before in a boxed case that was made, and I paid up big time, maybe even $100, and then we flipped it for like $225. So made a pretty good profit on it regardless of paying that much. But these lanterns were $10, $4, and $5, and we ended up paying $15 for all three, so essentially $5 a piece. And they should all go for roughly the same amount, even though there's drastic differences in the ages here. These are, first of all, they're just gorgeous. This one especially is my favorite. It's got the little engraving in there, and this one is from 1949. It's a really old one. It's in really good condition still. I bet it works. I have not tested it, and it should, if it works, should be a $70 to $80, $90 item. If it doesn't work, it's probably still a $55 to $60 item. Same thing here. Now, this has a couple of condition issues. If it didn't have condition issues and it worked, and it's from 1979, it would be, I think that's right anyways, it would be probably a $120 one, but this is probably going to end up being about a $60 one. The way you tell on these is you pick them up here, hopefully I don't break it, and you look on the bottom, and you can see the date down there, and it says 1979. And then on the other side, it has a 5. So it's, what is that? January, February, March, April, May? Is it May? Am I doing that right? So the 5th month. This one, I have sold this exact model before, and I think the exact year as well. And it's a 275, model 275. And it is probably with the case a $70 lantern. If I can show it works, it's definitely $70 lantern. Even got some mantles in there, so should turn this $15 investment into about $230 to $250, I think, and that's a pretty hefty little profit when you calculate all the fees out of it. This sign is a great little sign. This is tough. This is where, you know, kind of got to go by the seat of your pants a little bit. There's only one of these out on eBay, and it's listed for $89.95. I paid $35 for this. Did not want to, but I just couldn't walk away from it. And the reason why is because it's a local item, and I thought if all else fails, it's made by the A&M Sign Company. If all else fails, which is from Lynchburg, I can sell this locally, I think. So the one that's listed on there is listed for $89.95 and plus shipping, and it has 4 watchers on it. And it is in terrible condition. It is awful. I mean, the entire right side of the sign is gone practically. So I'm thinking if I listed this on there, I would list it for at least $100, maybe $150, maybe even $200 or best offer. I do not know what it will sell for, but if there's 4 people watching that sign, as bad as it is at $90, I think I could get, you know, 5 to 10 people watching my sign at $200 or best offer, and then maybe get an offer someday for $150 or $125. So we'll see. Also, there are some comps out there for A&M signs that are fairly generic brands like this one. Not generic, but brands that I've never heard of, and that are comping out at $100 to $200. So I think it's a good buy. I might list this and put it in the booth, which is not something I'm comfortable with. If I do something like that, I will put a longer shipping and handling time on there, like 2 to 3 days, just in case I can't get down there. So now this is a fishing pole rod here, and it's wood, and it's got some carving in it. It's really neat. I bought another one of these a few weeks back for $2 and decided to put it in the booth. Now that one was a little different and it had a reel on it, and it sold pretty quickly for $12. Now this is really, really, really long. I don't even know how long it was. I probably shouldn't measure it, but it is much longer than a regular pole, and I think it looks really neat, and it is wood all the way up. It's definitely vintage, really old. I thought it was cool, and we'll probably put $10 to $15 in the booth, and somebody probably picked that up fairly quick. This little piece of Tupperware, I think it's like a steamer. It's got the pieces on the inside as well. They will sell on eBay for around $10, $9, and we can make a profit there. I probably would rather make 4 in the booth, put it out there for 5 or 6 and sell it in the booth is my guess. It's in really good condition. And then I found one more of these that I ended up buying for $1 to add to the other ones from the other yard sale. And here's the story here. And, you know, I've watched these YouTube videos for years thinking, yeah, you really did find that in there. I don't believe you. I don't believe anything. And then, lo and behold, I start doing an eBay channel, and I find, well, my wife finds those Valentines at the bottom of a sticker box that we think we can make a couple $100 on. And I'm in here, and I bought this pig with Daniel, and I'm picking it up to look at it, to do a little research on it for this video, and I hear something inside of it. And I pulled it out. I didn't push it all the way back in because it's going to get stuck. So I pulled this out, and look what I find. These are, I'm like, hey, $3. I'm like, that's awesome. I got $3 for a pig that I paid $1 for that I'm going to put in the booth for $15. It's a neat little pig. By the way, a cork goes here, and it has a ring through the cork, so we're missing that cork. Which I think is a really neat piggy bank. It's made by Hull and made in the USA, and it is vintage, and it is it'll go on eBay for $15 to $20, maybe $25. Some are listed for $30, but I think the sold comps are anywhere between $10 and $30. But it doesn't have the cork, so it's probably a $10 item on eBay, and I think I'm going to put it in the booth and ask $10 to $12. At any rate, I get this and I pull it out. I'm like $3, and then I got looking a little closer because these dollars look pretty old. And it makes sense because this pig is from the 1950s, and, or at least I think it is from the comps that I see. And I look at these, and these don't look like regular dollars, and these are silver notes. See if I can see it anywhere. There it is, right there by my thumb. This certificate is legal tender for, no, that's not it. Oh, there, it's at the top. silver certificate at the very top there above old George. At any rate, I didn't know the value of them, and you can see this one's in rough shape, or what you can do with them, but there are 3 of them, and I looked them up real quick, and they're, I would say in this condition, they're probably worth about $1 a piece, so we'll see. I don't know, maybe I'll put them in a bag and put them in a booth. So, at any rate, I thought that was an interesting story, though, for sure. And maybe now I believe some of these people on YouTube that find stuff and different things. So, all right, let's finish this up. Window mount ski rack. I ended up getting for $2.50 a piece, 2 for $5, and these should go for about $25 a piece plus shipping. Shoes. I had a lot of people say, "Why don't you like shoes?" I'm like, well, I don't mind shoes. It's just not what I enjoy. And if you don't enjoy listing something, then you probably shouldn't buy it. Now, I do enjoy making money. So I didn't pass these up because these should go for $25 a piece and they're in good condition. If I don't have to clean the shoes, if I can just snap pictures of them, I'll buy them. But I've got a whole pile of shoes in there I probably shouldn't have bought. So I try to stay away from them. Plus, this isn't the wealthiest area in the world. So, you don't get the best name brand shoes. These were Reeboks. These were Reebok, I don't even know what they're called at this point. H2O drains. So, got these 3 keepsake ornaments, 75 cents, 25 cents, and 75 cents. Definitely we'll be able to sell these in the booth, but they have the tabs on them. Okay, $14.95 tab, and I think $12.95 tab. They're kind of neat looking. That's a Disney one. So these will sell on eBay, and I may look them up and see what they'll sell for, or I might just sell them. They'll definitely sell in the booth for $4 or $5 a piece at Christmas. So. That is probably going to go to a certain homeschool hustler at some point. It's brand new in the package for $2. This is a neat little guy. If I can get it to go. I can do it with one hand. I'm not as skilled as some of these old school YouTubers out there. So there you go. Donald Duck. He can walk right off that thing. He's headed for Mickey. At any rate, this is a Mickey Matchbox 1980, and this should go for around $10 to $12. This has got no sold comps out there. They've got a couple for $8, $9. I think we'll probably put it in the booth. It's kind of neat. Maybe he'll stop running around. There's Hamburglar from 1995 is all that is, and it sells for $8 on eBay. So. This guy right here will pay for this car and all these guys, and still make us a profit of about $1.50. And then we have these 3 left to do something with, because all 4 of these together were $2. And this I can't find anything on at all. I can't find any marking. So if anybody out there knows what this is, let me know. It is missing. It looks like it's like from the Korean War era. Maybe after, probably made in Japan or something, occupied Japan, who knows. This is a little troll doll from the Cubbies. This will sell for $15, free shipping. And there's a Rubik's Cube back there. It's a modern one. Thought my kids might have fun with it. Or, hey, put it in the booth for $1. Somebody will buy it. This is a it's a Raven Alaska totem pole. And I think it's kind of neat. It's hand carved, and it will sell on eBay for about $10, and I think we paid 50 cents or $1. I don't know. Go back and watch that trailer park episode and we'll find out. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe if you like the channel. And we're going to look at a little clip of Daniel in there, and I'm thanking him and giving him that jeweler's loop in there and the magnet. So, all right, see you later. All right, y'all, I told you my eBay cave was small, so Daniel was in here doing some shipping. I was trying to teach him a few things, and I wanted to give him a gift here. And I was talking about the jewelry upstairs, and I was showing him some jewelry I found, and I decided I'd give him a little gift of a magnet and a jeweler's glass that Brandon had told me to buy. And I got some links below if you guys want one of your own, but maybe that'll get him on his way, hopefully finding the next piece of gold.